Welcome back to What a Time to Be Alive. The $159 million mega mansion Le Palais Royal, which was finished in 2016, is one of the most costly and luxurious houses currently on the market in the North American. Real estate housing market. This magnificent estate is currently on the market for $159 million. Palais Royal is a former royal palace in Paris, France's first arrondissement. The screened entrance court faces the Place du Palais Royal, which is directly across the street from the Louvre. It was originally known as Palais Cardinal and was designed by Jacques Leone for Cardinal Richelieu between 1633 and 1639. The Palais Royal, the Central Palais Royal Gardens, is a public garden with businesses in the arcade. This enormous house has 19 bedrooms, 20 bathrooms, and one partial bathroom with a total area of 70,774 square feet. It covers a total of 4.48 acres in the Beach, Florida area. This beachfront property has 465 feet of shoreline and 492 feet of the intercoastal waterway. Because this estate is located on the intercoastal waterway, it goes without saying that there are 2 docks large enough to accommodate a 200-foot boat. There are 3 master suites and 1 presidential suite, each with a private jacuzzi in a windowed circular rotunda. This estate featured a 20 million grand marble staircase, a 120-year-old chandelier from Austria worth $250,000, and a 22-carat gold leaf gate that surrounds the property, all inspired by Versailles and other European castle styles. The house also has a garage that can fit up to 30 cars and a 4,500 square foot infinity pool with a swim-up bar and a water slide. When it comes to entertainment, this property boasts the world's first private IMAX home cinema with a 50 by 23 feet wide screen that comfortably seats 18 guests or family members. 6 water features, including a 26-foot fountain, an ice rink, a go-kart track, a spa, a billiards room, an in-home fitness center, a wine cellar, and a putting green, are also noteworthy when we look at its history. The palace was formerly known as the Palais Cardinal, and it was Cardinal Richelieu's personal residence. Jacques Lemousnier, the architect, began designing the building in 1629. Construction began in 1633 and was completed in 1639. The gardens were designed by Jacques Boucher and started in 1629 by Jean Lenotre Simon Bouchard. The Palais Brion, a separate part to the west of the Palais Royal near the Rue de Richelieu, was purchased by King Louis from Cardinal Richelieu's heirs. It was linked to the Palais Royal by Louis while his romance with Madame de Montespan was still a state secret. The Palais Royal as their principal Paris apartment. After their marriage, the new Duchess gave birth to a daughter, Marie-Louise d'Orléans, inside the palace. The following year, she designed the palace's magnificent gardens, which were regarded as amongst the most beautiful in Paris. The Palais Royal would become the capital's second hub under the new ducal couple. The Duchess's maids and employees were given new quarters. When the palace was redecorated, several of the women who later became favorites of King Louis came from her household. Françoise Athens, Marquis de Montespan, who succeeded Louis, and Angelique de Fontaines, who worked for the second Duchess of Orleans. The palace court royals gatherings were well known across the capital, and throughout France, the crème de la crème of French society flocked to these events. The ends of the Palais Royal and encircling the south end of the park was initially opened in 1786 and was inspired by the souks of Arabia. The streets were unsafe and filthy for Parisians who lived in a city with no pavements. The arcade was a welcome addition to the streetscape since it provided a safe location for Parisians to window shop and socialize between 1786 and 1935. The Théâtre du Palais Royal is located in the Galerie de Montpensier near the intersection with the Galerie de Bourg-Gellis. On the Palais Northwest Royals corner, it has a capacity of 750 people. The original theater was erected in 1784 by Victor Louis for the Court of Budget Marionette Theater. On the first level, Mademoiselle Montgomery, a theatrical entrepreneur, bought it in 1789 and had Louis reconstructed in 1791 as the Montpensier Variétés, a grander variety theater.